Yeah, new grind. I got a question for you. Are you living life, or is life living you? How bad do you want to be successful? Are you ready to level up in life? Are you ready to go to that next level? Are you sick of being average? I ask you again, are you living life, or is life living you? Less than unstoppable, the international world tour. Dr. Billy Alsbrooks, coming to a city near you. I'll be teaching a 4-hour, life-changing seminar on the art of greatness. Arise, champion. Every city will sell out. Get your tickets now. This year we're taking this thing global. 27 cities, Toronto, London, Paris, Rome. We're coming to impact 1 billion people. If you are serious about success, be at one of these events. Get your tickets now at blessedandunstoppable.com. Behind the barbed wire, who can teach me the etiquette? The etiquette for being misunderstood. I war with uneasiness. Everything average makes me sick. Beyond the reach of crowds, what do I do? Do to stop this voice that never ceases. I wrestle with poetic demons. I speak for the lost and all those going through pain. Every word I say, the sound of a comeback, testifying of your victory, a witness to your overcoming. Because I am the voice in the flame. Inside the raging furnace, where do I find an apology? An apology befitting of my rebelliousness. I fight the fist of that doubt. How many know what it's like to be young, gifted, and crazy? Over the walls of resentment. Why am I so hard for others to accept? Must they slander every corner of my existence? Then let it be as they wish, for I am the voice. Every word, the sound of a comeback, testifying to your victory. I am a witness to your overcoming, because I am burning. I'm the voice in the flame. How many know what it's like to be young, gifted, and crazy? I argue with emptiness. You can either sit around and listen to testimonies, or you can become one. Which one you gonna do? Successful people know what they want and why they want it. That's why they are successful. You gotta make a decision. What is it that you want? You can either sit around and listen to testimonies, or you can become one. I am truth in motion. Listen here. Truth is its own gatekeeper. Nothing can stop what truth sets in motion. You gotta stop asking for other people's permission to live your dream. It's not the other people that owe you. You owe you. Stop begging for what you haven't earned. It's time to get up and grind. I strum the divine chord, and my harmony summons the full manifestation of who I am. This is what truth looks like in motion. Young, gifted, and burning. Successful people get comfortable being uncomfortable. The common person will do anything to do nothing. They lazy. That's why they sell so many of them lazy boy chairs. You can either sit around and listen to testimonies, or you can become one. What is it that you want? Sculpted by the blade itself. 1,000 knives couldn't kill me. For there in the darkness, underneath her shadows, the warrior discovered himself. Shaped from the hammer of pain, 1,000 betrayals couldn't break me. But there in the storm, at the very center of her chaos, the champion in me got stronger. Truth is the gatekeeper. Stop asking the world for permission to live your dream. The less we entertain lower level thinking, the less we will experience its outcomes. You can either sit around and listen to testimonies, or you could become one. For it is written, but be doers of the word and not hearers only. I can see my dream so clearly now that its manifestation is inevitable. Nothing can stop me. My daddy used to tell me, son, if you're gonna make a mistake, then make it full speed. Some people drown, others go out in a blaze of glory. I'm young, rich, and burning. If a desire burns long enough, it'll grow into an obsession. Whatever becomes an obsession will eventually become a reality. Religion talks about truth, but true awareness demonstrates it. Greatness is in the details, shaped from the hammer of pain. 1,000 failures couldn't stop me, carved out with the razors of suffering. 1,000 lies couldn't fool me, for in the moment of trial, beyond the grasp of all hope, I wrote my own story. I dreamed my own dream. I seized the moment. I made the decision to stop asking for permission. For there in the night, above her angry mountains, the 7 thunders gave birth to a warrior. Death belongs to the unaware. Those who have awakened know only eternity. I am truth in motion. I strum the divine chord, and my harmony summons the full manifestation of who I am. You can either sit around and listen to testimonies, or you can become one. My thoughts are discipline, and of the highest order. I usher in God's truth with the power of my mind. All the powers in my life that appear to be now bow to the power that actually is. Any illusions that run contrary to the truth immediately dissolve before my very eyes. I am the source. Greater is He that is in me than he that is in the world. God lives in me. Therefore I am whole, and I bring that wholeness into every situation. I strum the divine chord, and my harmony summons the full manifestation of who I am. Some talk about truth, that's religion, but I demonstrate it, that's power. I am truth in motion, nothing can stop me. It is written, for the kingdom of God is not a matter of talk, but of power. There's no obstacle, no situation, no trial or tribulation that can stop my dream from manifesting. I didn't just think outside the box, I completely destroyed it. I close my eyes and project my dream onto the canvas of the world until everything that I imagine becomes my reality. Circumstances align and conspire to acknowledge truth, and I am truth in motion. Burning, I am the inner symphony of fire. Good is not good enough for me. Greatness made me. Therefore, greatness is in me. There is nothing about my creator, my maker, that is lukewarm, that is average. Anybody who doesn't believe in my dream doesn't belong in my life. Money comes to me easily, frequently, and abundantly in God's perfect way. Lack, sickness, disease, none of them have any place in me. For the Lord didn't give us a spirit of fear, but of power and of love and of sound mind. Let us all close our eyes and starve the illusions and feed our dreams. Fresh water shall pour from the fountain of ambition. There we will recover our lives. Again we shall rule the days, for by facing our fears, the fears of dying, we shall once again discover living. Darkness, ignorance, savagery, all fall from the tree of confusion. Those asleep roam the orchards of struggle, while the chosen build their empires. Yet who's strong enough to conquer their own thinking? Who's brave enough to war with failure? Fresh water shall pour from the altar of immortality, because we are the priests of destiny. The inner symphony of fire. I strum the divine chord, and my harmony summons the full manifestation of who I am. Religion talks about truth, but true awareness demonstrates it. A fully awakened believer is not subject to external circumstances. He's the master of the level of truth that you function at will determine the amount of power that you have over your circumstances. I see not, I believe. I hear not, I believe. I know not, but still I believe. I starve the illusions and feed my dream. I am truth in motion. Warning, videos by Billy Alsbrooks do cause side effects. And all the side effects are champions being born, dreams being realized, the weak becoming strong, weight loss, victory over unbelievable odds, incredible comeback stories, the sick being healed, marriages being restored, victory over all forms of addiction, job promotions, average people becoming millionaires, warriors becoming blessed and unstoppable. These videos will motivate and inspire you to take action. Warning, your faith is now being increased to the level it takes to move mountains. Arise, champion. I'm Billy Alsbrooks and I approve this message. With nothing to lose, I discovered everything. And there, I danced with lightning. We were dreamers once. I said we were dreamers once. Before we had wings, before we knew the sky, before we learned how to soar. Let us swallow the light age, rewrite her history, move beyond the fabric of limitation, until our minds could dance with lightning. We were dreamers once. Our world is the art of our thinking, and when truth is held with the pain of thought, the canvas changes. The first step to going to the next level is to stop mentally living at this level. Your thinking must rise before the rest of you does. Success doesn't have a GPS defying you. Common people think they can do nothing, make no sacrifices, and success will just come fall in their lap. But success must be courted, pursued, and sought after every single day. You'll never get control of your life begging for something that you haven't earned. Others won't buy from you what you don't own. Most people don't get that. They copy and imitate successful people, but most successful people got that way by refusing to be anybody but themselves. Learn from the greats, but at the end of the day, be yourself. Cause what God put in you is enough. The thoughts in the womb of our mind long to be born. Any consistent thought held long enough will eventually find a way to manifest itself into physical form. We were dreamers once. I said we were dreamers once. Before we got our wings, before we knew the sky, before we learned how to soar, we were dreamers once. In order to remember who we are, we must first forget ourselves. With nothing to lose, I discovered everything. And there, I danced with lightning. Wisdom is to harness the power of the mind. It is the physical birth of an unseen spiritual desire. The wise man knows how to mobilize his thinking in such a way that it serves his and the world's best interests. With intentional thoughts, he persistently projects his vision onto the voids of life. On his behalf, the laws of the mind spring forth into actions that activate the science of circumstance, and eventually they will produce the outcomes that manifest the sought-after reality. The wise man is fully aware and awakened to his own creative potential. He knows that every one of his ambitions comes with an equivalent magnetism to attract it. Therefore, he imagines the good that could be until it is. We were dreamers once. I said we were dreamers once. Words without awareness are impotent. Saying positive affirmations without acknowledging the equivalent identity that go with them will only produce nothingness. You must know who you are, the power you have, and the authority that you've been given before you send your words out into the universe. You must know who you are. Then, and only then, will they manifest your desired outcome. I am the source. Greater is He that is in me than he that is in the world. God lives in me. Therefore I am whole, and I bring that wholeness into every situation. It is written, we destroy arguments and every lofty opinion raised against the knowledge of God, and take every thought captive to obey Christ. True vision has nothing to do with imagining anything. It has to do with seeing past the illusions to the point of only acknowledging the truth. Where you place your mind in the midst of struggle will determine your outcome. With nothing to lose, I discovered everything. And there, I danced with lightning. We were dreamers once. I said we were dreamers once. As a snake must shed his skin to live, we must shed our religious dogmas to walk in the true power of God. For our gospel came not unto you in word only, but also in power. But the hour is coming, and now here, when true worshipers will worship the Father in spirit and truth. For the Father is seeking such people to worship him. God is spirit, and those who worship must worship in spirit and truth. And he said to them, to you has been given the secret of the kingdom of God, but for those outside, everything is in parables. We were dreamers once. I said we were dreamers once. Real revolutions are not ushered in by the voting box. They're not ushered in by rioting and war. They are ushered in with the power of the mind. Greatness is self-awareness in action. Success is the art of flight. Your mind, the wings. Every thought has an altitude. It is time to soar. In this life, one shall struggle, and that struggle shall lead the individual down the path to discovery. The struggle isn't something that we should run from, but rather something we should embrace with both arms. Trials and tribulations are but mere loyal, loving friends that give to us the gift of all gifts, self-awareness. And during these dark, difficult times, we will discover who we truly are. Personal transformation requires a constant examination of the mental programming and belief systems that have been accepted from the world. We must closely question, scrutinize, and dissemble each and every thought, making sure that our thinking will give birth to the type of life that we desire. We were dreamers once. Bang on the door, bang on the door. So much pain, I can't take it anymore. I say, bang on the door, bang on the door. I'm numb inside, I can't feel you anymore. I say, bang on the door, bang on the door. So much pain, I can't take it anymore. I say, bang on the door, bang on the door. Raised on my wrist, I can't bleed anymore. I say, bang on the door, bang on the door. So much pain, I can't take it anymore. I say, bang on the door, bang on the door. I'm numb inside, I can't feel you anymore. I say, bang on the door, bang on the door. So much pain, I can't take it anymore. I say, bang on the door, bang on the door. Raised on my wrist, I can't bleed anymore. I say, bang on the door, bang on the door. So much pain, I can't take it anymore. I say, bang on the door, bang on the door. I'm numb inside, I can't feel you anymore. I say, bang on the door, bang on the door. So much pain, I can't take it anymore. I say, bang on the door, bang on the door. Raised on my wrist, I can't bleed anymore. Why could he not see the gift that you are? Your lips were timid when I first tasted them. I could sense the pain that he had caused you. I could hear the screams of your trampled soul. My eyes calmed your fears as my fingers traced you. You suffered in silence as he fed his lusts. Even the ones before him couldn't see the depth of your treasure. Their eyes consumed with desire. None could hear you. Climbing into bed to feed their 2-minute ego, all missing the beauty of your mind. You were designed by God to be more than a glance. So I stand here with my lungs open and attempt to breathe you. Why could he not see the gift that you are? All the days that you gave to him, all the nights that you lay thirsty to be heard, to be seen below the surface, more than just his bedroom trophy. I bite your neck to chew away at his memory. I scratch your flesh to erase his fingerprints. I climb in you to feed your starving stomach. I pin you down to write a new beginning. My spirit licks you for hours, mending your scars. For days I kiss you, the blood in your heart. Mental grenades, our conversations explosive. My soul on fire, burning for your everything. Why could he not see the gift that you are? Bang on the door, bang on the door. So much pain, I can't take it anymore. I say, bang on the door, bang on the door. I'm numb inside, I can't feel you anymore. I say, bang on the door, bang on the door. So much pain, I can't take it anymore. I say, bang on the door, bang on the door. Raised on my wrist, I can't bleed anymore. I say, bang on the door, bang on the door. So much pain, I can't take it anymore. I say, bang on the door, bang on the door. I'm numb inside, I can't feel you anymore. I say, bang on the door, bang on the door. So much pain, I can't take it anymore. I say, bang on the door, bang on the door. Raised on my wrist, I can't bleed anymore. I say, bang on the door, bang on the door. So much pain, I can't take it anymore. I say bang on the door, bang on the door. I'm numb inside, I can't feel you anymore. I say bang on the door, bang on the door. So much pain, I can't take it anymore. I say bang on the door, bang on the door. Rays on my wrist, I can't bleed anymore. The air that I breathe belongs to you. My lungs pay rent to your love. Your fingertips, the poet that opens my pages. The smell of your hair, my serenity. Your teeth, the thief that climbs my walls. Our bed, the altar that you bow to. Your lips, the dagger that pierces my soul. Our intimacy, a wild, aggressive animal. Your eyes, the fire that saves me. The mirror, the witness to our wrongs. Your vulnerability, my unshakable addiction. The warmth of your face, the voice of my truth. Your nails, the claws that erase my hesitation. Our tongues, the ancient language of pleasure. Your voice like butterfly kisses from above. Our climax, the sonata Beethoven composed. Bang on the door, bang on the door. So much pain, I can't take it anymore. I say bang on the door, bang on the door. I'm numb inside, I can't feel you anymore. I say bang on the door, bang on the door. So much pain, I can't take it anymore. I say bang on the door, bang on the door. Rays on my wrist, I can't bleed anymore. I say bang on the door, bang on the door. So much pain, I can't take it anymore. I say bang on the door, bang on the door. I'm numb inside, I can't feel you anymore. I say bang on the door, bang on the door. So much pain, I can't take it anymore. I say bang on the door, bang on the door. Rays on my wrist, I can't bleed anymore. I say bang on the door, bang on the door. So much pain, I can't take it anymore. I say bang on the door, bang on the door. I'm numb inside, I can't feel you anymore. I say bang on the door, bang on the door. So much pain, I can't take it anymore. I say bang on the door, bang on the door. Rays on my wrist, I can't bleed anymore. I can see you standing there in the distance. The air of you, the reflection of heaven. My wings trace your skies and honors the squares and rectangles. Fight for new territory. Held together by endless love. Both of us slaves to history. It seems as though we're in two different dimensions, but somehow able to feel one another. Now every word out of my mouth a prayer. My everything worships you. But it's not some dead ritualistic commodity. It's alive and breathing. Like a starving wolf I seek you, pursuing the scent of your call. Your touch, the clouds that I dream on, imagining the gift of forever. Our wilderness consumed with fire, but there's a sense of order here. The intensity with which we hold the stars makes all the other galaxies jealous. That stubborn sandman keeps throwing snow on me, but your waves are paradise. My face boldly chasing the mother of light. I burn for a glimpse of you. My face boldly chasing the mother of light. I burn for a glimpse of you. I knock on the doors of time, my knuckles bruised and bloody. Our thirsty tongues kissing, wrapped tightly around eternity. What if living in the future actually means going backwards? If I dug up the dirt of antiquity, what century would I find us in? On what continent would our devoted love find itself? Would your eyes still melt me in Paris? Would your lips still taste like Rome? Would our relationship be the art of Vienna? Would our embraces make the pyramids envious? Like Japanese mushrooms, this love is explosive. No wind could uproot the hurricane bond between us. We conspire to rob tomorrow so that we can breathe the age of today. The return of Bonnie and Clyde. Banging on the doors of time. Bang on the door, bang on the door. So much pain, I can't take it anymore. I say bang on the door, bang on the door. I'm numb inside, I can't feel you anymore. I say bang on the door, bang on the door. So much pain, I can't take it anymore. I say bang on the door, bang on the door. Rays on my wrist, I can't bleed anymore. I say bang on the door, bang on the door. So much pain, I can't take it anymore. I say bang on the door, bang on the door. I'm numb inside, I can't feel you anymore. I say bang on the door, bang on the door. So much pain, I can't take it anymore. I say bang on the door, bang on the door. Rays on my wrist, I can't bleed anymore. I say bang on the door, bang on the door. So much pain, I can't take it anymore. I say bang on the door, bang on the door. I'm numb inside, I can't feel you anymore. I say bang on the door, bang on the door. So much pain, I can't take it anymore. I say bang on the door, bang on the door. Rays on my wrist, I can't bleed anymore. love you and have for generations. Time could not stop me from finding you. I could smell your devotion light years away. No sun or star could blind my eyes to you. Gravity no match for the pull of our passion. My ears could hear the beat of your heart like breadcrumbs leading me back to you. One of these lifetimes we'll figure out how to manage the intensity of our bond. Our hands finally able to hold the soul of one another forever cannot tear us apart, but rather only confirms our truth. I traveled through the ages seeking the taste of your lips. I was killed 100 times on my way back to you, but death could not hold me. Your legs wrapped themselves around my tomorrow, refusing to let me go as my nails clawed the darkness of space to dance with you again. I rode the train of light to reunite with the fire in your eyes. I love you and have for generations. I said I love you and I have for generations. Why do you feel what you feel? Let the truth of my words protect you. Run to my memory, hide from there tomorrow. Kiss my eternal and the shadows will leave. There's no need to be scared or anxious. The leaves of love shall calm the soul. Past sins and wrongs of lovers, none can penetrate the walls of our bond. Those voices in the dark will seek to speak. Their screams no match for our energy. Candles of serenity shall soothe the spirit. The scars will mend in the light of day. I shall be the sun that warms your face, the wind that blows your mind. Camouflaged by the depth of our connection, nothing can find you at the bottom of me. Invisible, the intensity of our bond. I'm not your modern bird of truth. I'm ancient loneliness. I stand guilty of being the flame responsible for the inferno. I lit your burn. Those silly minds that resist my literary children, who could dance with a stubborn purple tyrant. His rhythm unique to the fugitives of this world. I just wave with laughter. I said I just wave with laughter. Have you seen the flowers that I planted on the moon? Be sure to do that on your way to Mars, Elon. I travel the road most spit on as I seek to breed my soul against the teddy bear that hugs the lost. Once you understand me, you'll never let me go. Until then, goodbye. I said until then, goodbye. I sing the song of Achilles pulling his horse into battle. We must be brave on this journey through dreamland, whose teeth are ravishing my destiny. Sometimes you have to live in a different century to find the now. No one cares in real life, so I married the fantasy. One day I hope to die living. I say it again, one day I hope to die living. Today we drown in the second flood of imitation. The only sane one lives in the desert asylum. There's plenty more wisdom in Jerusalem, but all the flights are booked. So I sought the savage messiah in Boston. Tired of walking on eggshells, I got me some skates. Let's explore the city where much has been forgotten. Follow me, I say. Hey, hey, revolution, follow me, I say. Somebody call the social mafia, the poets inciting violence. Poetic Nashville, boom! Today we drown in the second flood of imitation. The only sane one lives in the desert asylum. There's plenty more wisdom in Jerusalem, but all the flights are booked. So I sought the savage messiah in Boston. Tired of walking on the eggshells, I got me some skates. Let's explore the city where much has been forgotten. Follow me as we throw the tea into the harbor. I said follow me as we throw the tea into the harbor. Long live the revolution! Who knew about the Tin Man and his oil addiction? Plastic seagulls soar through the minds of virgins. The homeless man said he knew the way to liberation, but I didn't have any change to give him, so I changed the subject. Twisted tales of fake lambs and politicians. Tired of this land, I'm leaving with Columbus. Listen, all you sheep, gather around. There is no political messiah coming to save you. The messiah has already came, and he has put the power in you to do whatever he has called you to do. Now all you sheep who refuse to think for yourself, who get your information from fake news, all of you sing in harmony with me now. Green dunes of heretics that paint truth. I sat under the paintbrush and was splattered with infamy. Who knew the butcher would lead the storm? How many baby spiders would it take to piece me back together? The East never made sense, so I sat in the West. Once you understand me, you'll never let me go. Until then, America, goodbye. I said until then, America, goodbye. It's not the Chinese that I'm at war with, it's your algorithm. What is mightier, the pen or the sword? The fire or the algorithm? One day I'll die 5 minutes ago. Until then, keep the lies coming. Who knew the scarecrow lived in the city? Tangerine love sets the sky ablaze. Be sure to bring peanuts to the media circus. Those donkeys and elephants lust for power, but all my votes go to the clowns. Make sure your mask is over your nose. Sure thing, Pinocchio. Make sure your mask is over your nose. Sure thing, Pinocchio. Now I want to ask you, how many lies can a politician tell in one sentence? Lady Shady says there is no dissension. We're all united around stealing your country. Let us all stand and salute the drag as the race continues. Our country bleeds. Don't tread on us or I'll put on my red coat. Give me liberty or give me death. Make sure your mask is over your nose. Sure thing, Pinocchio. I said make sure your mask is over your nose. Sure thing, Pinocchio. Where's Lee Harvey when you need him? Probably sipping Jack with Jack down in Cuba. Nothing counts but dancing with the stars as democracy dies. All eyes on Nelly. Did rock and roll die or was it murdered? I guess only dead Beatles can imagine. But all my votes go to the clowns. Make sure your mask is over your nose. Sure thing, Pinocchio. These blue bunnies believe in ghosts. That explains the dead casting votes. How do you know your name? Cause CNN told you so. How do you know your name? Cause CNN told you so. They got rid of Mama and her kitchen. Now we have to eat from their table. Keep those stimulus checks coming. My great-grandkids will vouch for me. Make sure your mask is over your nose. Sure thing, Pinocchio. Sure thing. What does life look like beyond the veil? The young pawns have become masters of the situation. They wrestle with intense conviction, resistant conformity. Lack of action makes the dream sterile, while the burn of yesterday causes the blisters of tomorrow. Now listen, anyone who will lie to themselves will lie to you. Those who lead revolutions need not apologize, but America has no appetite for change. I say America has no appetite for change. Yellow jacket eyes look upon the horizon, content with the ways of lazy obedience. How dare they actually think for themselves? To hear the whisper in the flame is to discover freedom. Blue bunnies dance under the rainbow while 72 million scream to be heard. Who really controls the conversation? Who spit on the republic and called it democracy? What they don't want you to know, what they don't want you to find out is they have no power, it's you. Old lost churches now bow to donkeys. The rain of lies washing away liberty. They tore the fabric and then asked for unity. Seahawks riot in the streets of deception while their machines dictate public opinion. No need to buy that which you can steal, but America has no appetite for change. When politicians don't hear our whisper, boom, long live the revolution. Who really controls the conversation? Blessed and unstoppable. Success starts with putting the right things into your mind. And my new book, Blessed and Unstoppable, was strategically designed to align your mind with the laws of success. This curriculum will teach you the inner mechanics required to go from average to phenomenal, from living a life with limits to being blessed and unstoppable. As you follow this guide step by step, amazing breakthroughs will happen. New doors of opportunity will open, and favor will begin to chase you down. Blessed and Unstoppable is a 31-day devotional on the laws of success. This book will instigate the thought process and actions required to transform your life. Each day has a Bible verse, a teaching on that day's principle, a positive affirmation, a prayer for the day, self-assessment questions, success quotes, action steps, and a powerful inspirational message. Regardless of what field you're in, Blessed and Unstoppable is your blueprint for success. Get your copy at blessedandunstoppable.com. Also available on Amazon.